What's next for Nico? He thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now he catches himself just walking in dirt. So, first and foremost, let me give big ups to Nick Saban. Because Nick Saban told us what it was going to come to. And Nick Saban didn't lie to us. A lot of y'all thought Nick Saban was scared to compete because it's going to be fair playing grounds. Oh, Nick Saban can't do it no more. Nick Saban this, Nick Saban that. And y'all wasn't listening to the GOAT. The GOAT said and told y'all, man, I ain't going to be able to do it. I can't do what I do. Nick don't just coach on the field in between the lines. He coached outside of it. When Nick would go to people's houses, he wasn't going to try to convince his mama, hey, I can change your life with all this money. He was going to tell the parents that, hey, I can guarantee you this. Your son come here 4 or 5 years, he's going to be a different man than how you brought him here. And I'm going to take the best care of him that we possibly can here at the University of Alabama. But Nick Saban understood I wasn't going to be able to do it anymore. So Nick Saban was like, you know what? I can't coach the way I want to coach. I can't do it the way I like to do it. I'll retire. We all know Nick Saban didn't want to go out like that, man. One game from the championship, you go in and you lose. He's the GOAT. Nobody wants to go out like that. He still had juice in the tank, but he understood what the game was coming to. And Nico was just the first stepping stone to prove it. And we're going to talk about why. So we all get a Nico, starting quarterback, high talented freshman, I think the number 2 overall player coming out last year. Committed to Tennessee. 6'6", big arm, Samoan. Gets to Tennessee, wins the starting job. He's Tennessee's starting quarterback. Tennessee gets on the roll. All right. That Tennessee lose some games they shouldn't have lost. Arkansas beat them. Whoopee. But Nico never really showed you just like I'm just this elite quarterback at all times. Yeah, he showed glimpses. I get it, he was a freshman, but he didn't do what Bryce Young did as a freshman at Alabama. So he didn't see Bryce Young, you know what I'm saying, at the time I'm going to transfer out or anything like that. It's like this. You want more money, you got to play like you deserve more money. And Nico, you didn't play like you deserve more money, bro. You threw for like 2,600 yards. Quinn Ewers, you making more than Quinn Ewers, and Quinn Ewers threw for 3,000 yards? Quinn Ewers only get like 1 point something for Texas. And you're not even half the quarterback that he was. I think you thought too big of yourself. And I also think he was letting people get in his head. Because then I didn't know this. During the season, he's trying to negotiate. Then a couple players trying to negotiate during the doggone season. We're in the playoffs. And you're trying to negotiate your contract. Go win. You go win and then you get more money. But it's what Nick Saban talked about. But it's fine because, you know what, Nico just proved, one, Nick Saban right. And second, that, hey, any other guys that think you're bigger than the team, think twice before you just jump in that portal. Because what Nico made himself do, first off, looks selfish. Nico looks absolutely selfish. All I do is care about me. I want to get me some money. And that's all he cared about. Me. Ain't no coach want that, man. Don't no coach want that. They want a team player, especially at the quarterback position. Strong-minded guy. I said it in my last video. I think I did. If I did, I'm going to say it in this video. Tom Brady wasn't the highest paid quarterback, but he always kept some weapons around him, and he always had a good defense. Excuse me. You don't want to take all the money because you want to keep some for the other folks. That was paying you $2 million. Well enough for a doggone freshman a freshman in college. More than enough. But you know what happened? When we start to look at other people, we start to lose ourselves. Maybe he looked at what happened to Carson Beck when he went to Miami. Carson Beck got that, can't do that. Play within your means. Carson Beck might have left Georgia, but Carson Beck put up numbers. Carson Beck is going into his junior year, senior year. You're not, Nico. You're finna be a sophomore. You made it to the playoffs. Second round, wasn't it? Second, third round? You did that. But you didn't do it with your arm. You take Dylan Sampson and that defense away. You didn't do none of that. So you had no right to be out there trying to strong arm somebody to pay you this bread. But what's next for Nico? All right, what's next for him? Because you net teams like Cal, North Carolina, Tulane, USC, but all them teams said away with it. Oh no, I'm okay. And now you got teams only want to really offer him like $1 million, somewhere around there, to come play. You can't come to the SEC, so now you got to go elsewhere. Who else is going to be competing for a championship? Or maybe you just want to go play 1 year, get your numbers up, don't get rusty, don't sit out or nothing like that, and then transfer back into the SEC. Maybe that's what you want to do. Because Arkansas, granted, Arkansas would need a quarterback, but I think will we go after him? No. We got his little brother. We got KJ Jackson. We okay at quarterback. The way they talk about his little brother, I think he's going to be the real deal. But Alabama, you may can go to Alabama next year. I doubt it. Colorado didn't want you. UCF don't. You just messed yourself up because you made yourself like a selfish player. So now what is next for you is either you're going to have to sit out a year so you can go back to the SEC, or maybe you're going to have to go down, down, down. You're not going to be at a Power 4 school. I don't think so because I don't see anybody really needing a quarterback. I don't. You got teams pulling away from you. And I hope you're not still trying to strong arm these universities because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So future guys, future prospects, future number one recruit, top two recruits in the country, understand this. You're not bigger than the team and you're not bigger than college football. You want to get treated like the NFL? Here we go. Bye. We're releasing you. Go. They don't need that. They want team players. It's not pay to play. Yeah, you know you got to pay some. You got to pay some. We get that. But you're not finna try to strong arm me into making me give you all this money to stay at this school. No, I'm recruiting guys just as good as you. Maybe not as good as you, but can be as good as you. Or recruiting better than you. You're never going to be bigger than the university. And this is going to show kids that thought about doing what Nico is doing now. This is going to prove to them that I ain't going to do this. Don't do it. It ain't the right thing to do. So while he's still looking for a spot in a new home, let's see what Tennessee got coming up next. So coming in with Nico had two more talented quarterbacks come in with him. Nico had freshman Jake, and they just signed a 5-star. So what would Tennessee do now? Tennessee had two quarterbacks signed with Nico, and they was backing them up. So now what will Tennessee do? Will Tennessee go in the portal, try to find a quarterback, or will Tennessee let either Jake or George kind of, compete? Like, would they let Jake or George compete for it? And, you got some inexperienced guys coming in, but at least they're there. They know the offense. They've been in it for a year. They haven't ran it fully, but they're there. Then next year you got the 5-star coming in, Faison Brandon. So you got options. What you gonna do? Are you gonna go with Jake or George, or are you gonna go to the portal and try to find you somebody else? I don't know what other quarterbacks are really out there right now. I haven't done that research. I just know that Tennessee had others, a 4-star coming in. I know they had 4 stars coming in with Nico. So I know, it was battles going on. So that's what's next for Tennessee. I know Josh Heupel already thought about it, but it's the simple fact that Nico, what's next? Nico, you're not bigger than the game. You're not bigger than football. You're not bigger than Tennessee. And now I hope you see that. And I don't know. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I told y'all guys we're going to keep a close eye on this. I want to see what Nico is going to do because this is fascinating to me. The first time this has happened. And Nico is the prime example. A Samoan is the first one to get this done to him. Now he see that, man, I done messed up. I go from making $2.2 some million a year to now I'm probably gonna be making $50,000 to $100,000 a year. Somebody may give him a meal. Somebody might, but keep a close eye on it. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he felt like he was more than a $2 million quarterback. But now he's finding out the hard way, and I hope you guys in the future learn from his mistakes.